So, if you remember, on the channel, back in February, March, January, no, it was like December. Anyway, one of the 4 videos, because I'm still like extremely swamped and never have time to edit and post anything, but one of the 4 videos that's on the channel was us changing the starter in the truck. And I mentioned in the video that what we were supposed to be doing was putting a pair of plaid Recaro seats in the truck when the starter died. Well, 1.5 million years later, we're gonna do this. So let me just climb over some drive shafts and try not to die. It'll be awesome. So I got the factory seat out. You can see it's fantastically beautiful. You know, high quality shit. 20 years old, what are you gonna do? So we got this out. We're gonna run the vacuum in here, but we just wanna throw it in there real quick and just get a gauge on what it looks like. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so we still gotta vacuum this out and everything. This is literally just sitting here. But to give you an idea of what we're looking at for, you know, fun seating. So I'm gonna pull the passenger seat out so we can actually get in here and hook our eyeballers on this and see where we need to be with mounting tabs and things of such a nature. But that's roughly right there where it's gonna live. So let's see what happens. All right, so ignore my hat on the headrest, because the shop is ungodly filthy. That's the only way I know to keep it clean. So we got the old butts, the joint, and the not so new but a little bit more cool, kinda, sorta hotness. Definitely a difference, way different in the comfort level, you know. Recaro, not so much. So let's see what we can come up with here. We're about to pull this passenger side of the bench out, and then we'll get the vacuum run all through this Johnny, and then we'll come back and start exploring. Okay, so Corey's popping that back seat out just so we can recover any schmutz that might have fallen down under it with his brand new anvil on his impact situation. But look how clean and beautifully. Dun dun dun. More to come. Okay, we're back. So here is the angle for the opposite side. Corey's getting this Johnny all set up right now because he's the madman. We already know. That's just the smooth way to mark things right there.
Bolt it, mark it. There it is where it is. Just oversize the hole. Bolt's like 3/16. Oversize the hole with 7/16. You got some play.
So we went to get this angle iron up in Friendship, which is about 5 miles away from the shop here. And Corey rode in the driver's side seat, just sitting on the floor in the passenger side. I got some hilarious video of him going flying backwards every time I got in the gas. I'll have to throw that up as an extra. Basically, to change these seats, it's like super easy. The bracket Corey's working on literally just bolts to the bottom of the seat. And the runners on the Mark 6 seats are flat. So it's literally just making 2 pieces of angle bracket and bolting them there, and then bolting the factory seat bracket right back down on the factory mounts. Too easy. What have you got going on? Hey, look how beautiful it is.
You just drill 4 holes. Be done.
Yeah. And then lather, rinse, repeat, right? Hey, at least you got the game plan now. It's pretty fucking straightforward. And I promised as a bonus video I would put up the video of us going to get these where you kept flying backwards every time I hit the gas pedal. Haley thought it was funny, so if my daughter thinks it's funny, everyone will think it's funny. Even Corey thought it was funny while it was happening, so there it is. So I'm thinking we'd probably bolt this back down to the floor before we attempt to stab the Mark 5 or Mark 6 seat on it. That way it's secured and we ain't fighting with many different things going many different directions. Yeah, yeah. That's what she said. Hey, you know what I always say? That bitch knew what she was talking about, right? No, we're gonna let it there. The mad fabricator using them yo-yo tape measure eyeballs.
I'm looking at the gap because see how this is pressed?
It'll be beautiful.
I was thinking about putting a washer between this panel and there. That way it sets it because it wants to pull it in.
It'll be
see how
fine.
it's not touching?
It'll be fine. It's touching on 92.87% of the thing, and that's a pressed thing, so it's like, you know, it'd actually, if you put a washer in it, it'll space it out and then it'll touch even less. It needs all of these bolts. Here. Here, might as well use the right bolts.
I need the impact with this.
The impact, where is the impactable? There it is. With a T237,000 socket. Wow, Corey, your bit flops around, buddy. Yeah, yeah, she likes it that way.
Yeah. Strip that one out.
Well, I mean, that's the best way.
Yep. Run it. Oh, good.
Hey, if you were wondering, there's a GoPro right there that, yeah, we're just using the phone. It's fine.
See, I need you to grab the Sharpie and mark that.
Grab the Sharpie and mark that. You just hooking that right over the end of the thing?
Yeah.
There was a Sharpie in my bucket. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, there's a Sharpie in the armrest.
What's in there?
Which is in here. I guess this will work. Beautiful. It's perfectly the way. Here, don't lose these. These are bushings for the seats.
No, it's just that snap body shit.
No, that's a piece of plastic.
I need you to go grab
There was one here and one here too. What do you need me to do now?
grab the vice grips.
That's a different channel.
See where the pin is?
Uh-huh. All right, roll that seat forward.
No. Not that pin. This pin.
What pin?
There's a pin between here and right there. I need you to mark that.
I see your hand. All right, you're where you want to be, square with the things that are going to be the way. Yeah, it's good enough that you can drill a hole.
Well, I'll be right back. I want to see something.
I don't know where my cap went. see, your shit just went flying.
I know.
Everywheres. That's a Johnny. So this side isn't gonna go down until you fix on that hole not being drilled. Right, that still ain't doing nothing. This seat's actually really disgusting. Look at how grimy and nasty that fucking thing is.
You need to sit in this sumbitch real quick. Because I think it is too far back.
Oh, I think it's beautiful. Here, take the thing.
Don't forget,
Corey broke it.
This is the only vice grip holding the seat in.
So jump up and down on it repeatedly. All right. Whoa.
Too far back.
Hey, Tupac. I mean, we are definitively in Tupac mode here.
Well, that's because you need to do the thing with the thing.
That's because this needs to...
Oh, you fucked it all up.
It'll be awesome. Yeah, that'll be fine. It was because the seat rail was on.
It's because of that pin.
That was where I was comfy.
Wrong one.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I keep forgetting you're videotaping.
That's the long one. Yeah, so that'll be beautiful. Because then I can do burnouts, I can slide forward.
Okay.
And smash into trees and shit. It'll be awesome.
Okay.
Here, let's move this kind of away from the edge a little bit. Because that's a whole lot of screws to have to pick up.
Oh, that is so nice that didn't break.
How did that not break? Holy shit. I knew what it was as soon as I heard it hit the floor in the truck.
I've seen it bounce.
And I knew there was no stopping it. I didn't even chip it.
As soon as you get that, I was gonna say, as soon as you pick it up, it's gonna fucking explode.
In my hand, like, just turn to dust. Bugs Bunny style and shit, just go. And it'll be like, you know, dust. Anyway.
Just email it to him.
Corey's got the stepper, Johnny. We're talking about a literal photograph of a lump of boop that I just took for my doctor. Because I think that, I think that my back problems aren't caused by muscle or nerve damage, basically. To, you know, have some coup. And in the meantime, Corey's over here trashing yet another stepper bit because he likes to send it. He's like, fuck your bit, I'm just sending it wide open through all of the 16th inch steel. Oh, I missed it. Do that again. Nice. So let's stroll back over here to where the Recaros live, or where they're gonna live. Because one, if you look through the windows, still in the bed of the truck. Love my low fingernail. This is gonna be the other joint. Just open your hole up a little bit more.
That's what she said.
Fucking right. That bitch knew what she was talking about.
No, that's not a pen. It is a pen.
I mean, it's a pen, but it ain't gonna do much writing. Right on the other side of that seat is that magic marker. The tough point.
That's like writing with the tip of a fucking all pair of socks.
What? That tough point? You're daft. That's the most beautiful marker in the history of 20-year-old markers that have been destroyed over and over again. The marker is every bit of 20 years old. Are you having all of the funs yet, Corey?
Always.
Again, 4K GoPro right there. It'll be alright. This is just a quick and dirty, get something up. Show you guys that, you know, we actually do things sometimes. Other times we just bitch about not doing things.
No less.
Oh yeah, and by the way, here's the next project. Okay, so my inability to know how to operate electronic type components after doing corporate IT for 20 years really shone through in that last clip. And somehow I cut off the old 76 C10, which normally has the TCI Street Fighter 7JJ out of my 79 olds in it, but Corey burnt the front pump up in it. Huh? I said that your truck normally has the Street Fighter out of my olds in it, but you went and burnt the front pump up. No comment. Anyway, so it's it. World-class transmission in Delmont. Awesome, awesome shop. Those guys are clutch all the time. They do extremely good work, extremely, extremely reasonable prices. Anyway, they replaced the front pump, went through the whole rest of it, and just made sure that, you know, it's going to handle the 117.925 horsepower. No, it's got more power than that. It's got a little spicy 350 in it. It gets her done. With the Crower cam. You know, like he said over here, you can't read it because of the glare, because those lights are in a stupid place, but Crower cams. Anyway, yeah, so Trans is coming back for that. Hopefully I'm going to go pick it up for him on Friday. And Saturday, this man has already stated that transmission is not getting installed. It's not getting reinserted. It's getting, what was the word you said?
Gently lifted in.
I think the word was crammed violently back into the underguts of the truck. Because this truck sat forever, and I busted his ass, and I busted his ass, and he got it all legal, it's all ready to go, and then the fucking front pump went out on the trans, and here she sits. For, what, 2 months now? Something like that. Since like the beginning of summer. Been sitting here all summer. It's a ball buster. But anyway, transmission will be here next week. End of this coming week, which I guess technically is next week because it's Saturday. We're going to smash that in. And then the agreement was, and I know he's already broken it because I've recorded it, but the agreement was that I got to do the first burnout in it since it had my transmission in it. And he's already done a couple, and it's alright. But I'm still going to do a fucking burnout in it. So yeah, that's it. That's going to be, you know, a fun weekend. We'll throw 3 or 4 cameras up and actually do a proper joint for that. But he's getting these last couple holes drilled out on this bracket, and then we're going to get that, and then it'll be 1 seat in the car. It'll be great. Truck, not car, whatever. But it'll be 1 seat mounted, and then we'll go on to the next. What got going on there, buddy? That looks like a Recaro GTI seat mounted in a Ford F-150.
For the most part.
I mean, she coming along, yeah.
Grab me a 14mm socket and ratchet.
Okay. Alright, so we are rolling. Corey, how many holes do we have left?
4.
And if you guys weren't sure, this is actually the passenger seat. We're kind of jumping around with recording, and I'm just throwing everything right into the editing software. I'm like not really doing any transitions or anything. But see, we got a mounted driver's seat. Passenger seat obviously goes over there somewhere. These things really need clean. I've been on Corey's porch for like 12 years. Maybe not that long, but they've been sitting there for a hot minute. And they're badass. It's so sick. That was a freebie. It'll be available for sale for $5. Just PM me if you want it. It's still sealed in the plastic. All Snazzer do is a ladies' gay bling plate could be. Now the funny thing is, I'm not even using that belt. We're going to use the seat anchors and we're going to throw my Simpson belts up over. Tighten, he says. Ta-da.
Time to drill some holes.
Time to drill the Johnny that was going to be the way. And it will be beautiful.
See how it's got the X in the center?
Uh-huh. So you're drilling on the plus or the X?
Yes. Because it's lined up with that. If you look at the plus on that one in front, it's off kilter.
It's off jilter.
Right, but this one here lines up, so that one we're just going to line up also.
With a jilter swilter beautifully. I love the way you think about things that are crazy. Because that's how we make the crazy things.
You gotta see the beautiful at the end before it's even begins.
Oh yeah, that's it. You have to be able to see it all before you even decide to go get the angle stock. Okay, so check it. Getting ready to put the passenger seat in, and look, yeah, I know. It's a little frayed. Better than that great gaping hole in the original driver's seat. And these were in a all-you-can-fit in a wheelbarrow for $65. That's where the Mark 6 GTI steering wheel that's in the Rabbit came from too. Same load, along with umpteen astronomical amounts of Nissan parts. We'll get back into that someday. But here comes Corey with a Recaro in his hand. He's a one-ball man and he's off to the rodeo.
Guess what?
It's the alley man left, the alley man right. What?
Passenger seat does the elevator thing too.
What's that?
Passenger does the
elevator
thing too.
Oh, snicker-do. Corey just put a big gouge in my passenger's door. Oh, fuck is it? Then he flopped down on it and lifted the bracket that he needed to stay down first up, because he's a wild animal. We call him the Mad Fabricator because not only does he have mad skills, but he's really mad too. I am so digging that. Like I said, we're going to delete on those seatbelt buckles. I got a set of Simpson 6 points. We're just going to use 4 points of the 6. It'll be fine. Just fine. Oh my. That dog was pretty.
The radar was activated.
It was a puppy. It was adorable. I want to go play with the puppy. She's going to attack me and probably pee on my foot. And I love my dog, but she's insane. Now Corey won't have to sit in a factory Ford seat, and he won't go flying all over the place.
You know another thing that's going to be nice?
What's that?
I can't move up anymore.
All right. Yeah, because now you just sit right in the middle and just blast your legs right up between.
Yep.
You could be an asshole and take your shoes off and just put your feet right there. Just be like, bam, motherfucker! Yes, sir. All the room has been achieved.
Whoops. Oops.
What did you oops? beautiful things. It's lovely.
Left some wire stuck in between the bracket and
Well, I mean, the airbags are, you know, they're definitely hooked up. It's gonna be weird not having a place to put my phone. I just lost 2 cup holders. Yeah, my elbow is fine. I'll just rest it on my leg. But I lost 2 cup holders, like, right now.
yeah.
It's okay, because I have a refrigerated, heated center console at the house that's gonna go on the floor. And then at a later point in time, we're gonna find a way to adapt this to get it back, at least the armrest aspect of it. So Corey, where are we at?
Stick a fork in it because she's done.
She is done. It's time to eat. Cut to Corey flying backwards while we were driving down the road.